Arabella Churchill is a pivotal and poignant figure in the history of England's monarchy. Born on February the 23rd, 1648, she entered a nation rife with political upheaval, eventually becoming the mistress of King James II and the mother of 4 of his children. Her life was intertwined with significant historical events, including the controversial reign of James, which culminated in his deposition during the Glorious Revolution. Arabella's story is not just one of personal intimacy with a king, but also an influence during a critical period in English history. Her experiences provide a lens through which we can explore themes of power, loyalty, and the personal costs of public affiliations. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and also give the video a thumbs up. This really helps our channel grow. And finally, don't forget to hit the bell and select all notifications so you never miss one of our videos. And so with that said, let's begin today's story. Born into the distinguished Churchill family in Dorset, Arabella was the daughter of Sir Winston Churchill, an English politician and a staunch royalist. Her mother was Elizabeth Drake. The turbulent period of the English Civil War and the Restoration shaped her early years, imparting a deep awareness of political and social instability. Arabella's education, typical for a woman of her status at the time, focused on the domestic arts and basic literacy. However, she was also exposed to her family's political discourse and ambitions. This backdrop not only provided her with the skills to navigate the complexities of court life, but also instilled in her a nuanced understanding of loyalty and ambition. Arabella Churchill's entry into royal service began in the mid-1660s, when she became a lady-in-waiting to Anne Hyde, the Duchess of York, wife of James, Duke of York, who was the future King James II of England. This role was a position of considerable honour and a stepping stone into the intimate circles of the Stuart monarchy. The court of the Duke of York was a centre of political and social intrigue, reflecting the complex dynamics of Restoration England under his brother, King Charles II. As a lady-in-waiting, Arabella had direct access to the royal family and was privy to the private and political discussions within the York household. Her beauty, intelligence, and the Churchill family's loyalist leanings made her a favourable addition to the court, capturing the attention of James, who was known for his generous nature yet determined political mind. The court setting facilitated Arabella's growing closeness with James, fostering a connection beyond mere acquaintance to something more personal and profound. The relationship between Arabella Churchill and James, Duke of York, began under the watchful eyes of the royal court, evolving from formal interactions to a more private connection. James was drawn to Arabella's composed and engaging demeanour, which stood out amid the often flamboyant court life. Her ability to converse intelligently on domestic and political matters intrigued James, who faced his complex political battles and personal challenges. Their early interactions were characterised by mutual respect and a shared understanding of the demands and nuances of court life. As their relationship deepened, it became clear that Arabella was more than just another courtier. She was becoming an influential confidant to James. This shift from formal courtship to intimate companionship marked a critical phase in Arabella's life, setting the stage for her to become one of the most significant figures in James' personal and public life. As Arabella's relationship with James blossomed into a more intimate partnership, she assumed the role of his mistress. This transition marked a significant evolution in her status at court. Arabella was not just a lover to James, she became a close advisor and confidant, involved to some extent in the Duke's political manoeuvres and decisions. Her influence was subtly profound, often mediated through personal conversations and her presence in James's daily life. A complex blend of personal affection and political necessity underpinned their relationship. James valued Arabella for her companionship and her insight and loyalty during tumultuous times as he navigated the path that would eventually lead him to the throne. Arabella's role at court thus expanded from a purely social position to one of informal political engagement, where she sometimes acted as an intermediary between James and other court figures. Arabella's tenure as James's mistress was fraught with challenges in public perception and private life. Publicly, her position was highly scrutinised and often criticised. Being a mistress to a Catholic heir in a predominantly Protestant country brought her under severe public scrutiny. Her relationship with James placed her at the centre of political debates and moral scrutiny, as the Protestant public and many courtiers viewed her as an emblem of Catholic influence at court. Privately, Arabella faced the inherent instability and insecurity of being a royal mistress. While she bore James several children, her position could never grant her the complete legitimacy or security of a wife. Moreover, the personal demands of maintaining her relationship with James, her responsibilities as a mother, and her ambitions at court created a complex web of individual challenges. The delicate balance of maintaining favour with the Duke, managing court politics, and attending to her own family's needs and status required astute navigation of the treacherous waters of royal favouritism and intrigue. Arabella Churchill's role as a mother added another layer of complexity and influence to her position within the royal circle. She gave birth to 4 children whom James fathered: Henrietta, James Fitzjames, Henry Fitzjames, and Arabella Fitzjames. These children, although illegitimate, were acknowledged by James and received care and attention that reflected their royal lineage. Arabella was deeply involved in their upbringing, ensuring they received education, training befitting their status. It included academic education, grooming in courtly manners, the subtle arts of diplomacy, and survival in royal environments. Her efforts to secure a stable future for her children often intertwined with the broader political concerns of the time. Arabella worked to forge alliances through her children, negotiating their positions and marriages that could elevate their status and secure their futures. This motherly role significantly expanded her influence as she navigated the complex network of royal and noble connections to advocate for her children's interests. Arabella's influence over James was multifaceted and extended beyond their relationship. Her proximity to the king allowed her to sway his thinking on various issues, from court appointments to broader political ideas. Arabella's intelligence and understanding of court dynamics permitted her to offer counsel that was often considered by James, particularly in matters where the personal intersected with the political. Moreover, her role as the mother of his children gave Arabella a more permanent stake in the affairs of the state, influencing decisions that would affect the legacy and future of their offspring. She was particularly adept at using her position to affect policies that favoured Catholics, aligning with James' religious inclinations. Her ability to interweave her interests with broader political movements was a testament to her savvy and understanding of the power dynamics at play. On June 1st, 1680, at the age of 32, she wed Charles Godfrey, with whom she had 3 children. Their marriage lasted over 30 years, during which they lived contentedly together. Charles Godfrey passed away in 1714 at the age of 67. Following James II's deposition in 1688 during the Glorious Revolution, Arabella Churchill's life took a marked turn. While James fled to France in exile, Arabella chose to remain in England, distancing herself from the political upheaval and focusing on her family. Her decision to stay in England rather than follow James into exile was pivotal, reflecting her pragmatic approach to the shifting political landscape and her commitment to securing the welfare of her children. In her later years, Arabella lived a relatively quiet life away from the remnants of her past grandeur at court. She devoted herself to her children and their families, ensuring that the Churchill and Fitzjames lines remained respected and integrated within the English nobility, despite their origins. Arabella passed away on May 30th, 1730, having lived long enough to see her children grow up and establish themselves in various capacities in England and abroad. Arabella Churchill's legacy is intertwined with her time's political and social dynamics. As the mother of James II's acknowledged illegitimate children, she played a significant role in shaping their destinies, which in turn influenced the historical narrative of the Stuart monarchy. Her children, particularly James FitzJames, the 1st Duke of Berwick, emerged as significant figures in European history, bridging the English and French political spheres. Arabella is remembered not just as a royal mistress, but as a figure of resilience and adaptability. Her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of court politics and to maintain her dignity and the well-being of her family in the face of changing fortunes speaks volumes about her character and savvy. Historically, she is often cited as an example of how personal relationships within the monarchy could intersect with broader political currents, influencing decisions and events far beyond the intimate confines of the relationship itself. Arabella's life significantly impacted the historical and social landscapes of the Stuart era. Through her intimate relationship with James II and her role as a mother to his children, she influenced the monarch's personal and political decisions, thereby affecting England's broader political dynamics. Arabella's life exemplifies how personal alliances and familial ties could steer national policies and shift allegiances in a time marked by political instability and religious turmoil. Arabella Churchill's story provides profound insights into the complexities of royal and political dynamics. Her ability to maintain her position and influence through turbulent times highlights the importance of personal relationships in the power structures of the monarchy. Her life serves as a reminder of women's significant, though often understated, roles in shaping political landscapes. Arabella's narrative encourages a deeper examination of how personal lives and decisions can ripple through the annals of history, influencing far more than just the immediate players involved.